Ben Alai is in the studio, editor-in-chief Sports Day newspaper. Ben, good morning. Good to have you.
Good morning, Cecilia. Salam, good morning.
Good morning. Good
Happy New Year once again. Yes, too young.
Okay. Now, we saw, maybe we'll take a look at the pictures, coming from that inspection where you have the LOC, Local Organizing Committee Chairman Solomon Ogba, also alongside with the governor, inspecting this facility. Now, this is Stephen Keshi Stadium. It was named after him, after the Nations Cup, right?
Yeah,
after we
won the Nations Cup in Tunisia, in 2013. I think then by Governor Mane Ledouan, yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, it's been reconstructed now. They expected to have some other tartan tracks. There will be 9 tracks, 9 of the usual 5 or 6. Then VIP lounge will also be there. The training area, swimming pool, and other facilities are expected to be in place.
For, I mean, Ben, you see these pictures and you see how incomplete the stadium is, and you start to wonder if it's going to be ready for the championship, which is scheduled for August this year. I mean, what do you make of all this?
I think that the governor made a very key comment there. He said, now that everything is on ground. That is key for me. That's a quote that I should pick. Now that everything is on ground.
What's on ground?
I mean, the materials, the facilities, the engineers, everybody is on ground now. You can see them even working while the governor was there. I think that it will be ready for the August meet. And I think it will even be ready before then. We've done it before in Nigeria when we hosted the Under-20 World Cup. And it was like, hey, can we meet up? FIFA came and said, if we don't meet up, they'll take it to another country. By the time they came back, they saw what was on ground, and they said, this is the 8th wonder of the world. That was amazing, because all the facilities across in Kanu, in Bauchi, in Lagos, Ibadan, everything that they thought would not be ready. When they came back, everything was in place. And they started clapping for Nigeria. And so this one is a minor thing. I think that it will be ready even before August. Long before August, it will be commissioned. I believe so.
Okay. I love that. Hopefully it will be ready. August, Nigeria is hosting, and you don't just want to host and having other African countries coming here and you're not having the best of facilities. And hopefully it will be ready and also be one of the best in Africa. I think so, one of the best. It's going to be in the mood of the way it's been constructed. It's going to be in the mood of the nest of champions in Uyo, and 22,000 capacity. Very soon you'll see the national team of Nigeria going there to play. Asaba is also getting populated, more developed, more cosmopolitan, and I think with that, we have, I'm not sure there's going to be any dull moment there. After this, I think that the government should also face the Warri Township Stadium and, give it a facelift, because the population in Warri is also passionate about sports. Correct. I mean, some of our greatest footballers are from that axis, and these are the areas that we should be looking at, promoting sports. And that's what we say government should be. The private sector should fund sports. Government should fund facilities and infrastructures. Wow. Okay.
That's it. Okay.
It can be done.
Let's move on now, Cecilia.
Chan goes, right?
Chan,
yeah, it's starting this weekend, and he's almost here, right? The best outing we ever had was 3rd. How many times have we even been to Chan anyway? I mean,
only one time.
No, not once.
Twice now.
Twice. Stephen Keshi. Remember, Stephen Keshi, of course, 3rd, and you also have Sandolise at the group stage. We just went there, we saw, and we came back. But this time around, we're going here. I mean, everyone, even the NFL president, talking about Amajipini, talking the fact that the backroom staff of the Team A, were drafted to Team B to ensure that don't just go there and come back like they did the last time. Go there and come back with a trophy. I mean, stay to the end of the championship. So, Rwanda test, that's the first one.
Yeah, it's the first one. And the Rwandan team, largely, is also the Rwandan national team that can play very well. And so we must not underrate them. I recall we had a game, the World Cup qualifier against Rwanda, in Kigali. And that game was something else, If not for the agility of a certain Vincent Enyama, we would have lost that game. Because, they scored us first, and the stadium was jammed. Come and see support. And in the second half, when we equalized, they came at us. And almost with the last kick, we were even already, some of us, myself and then psychologists of the team, Dr. Robinson, of course, we were already strolling into the dressing room when they came rummaging to our defense. What a cross from the left wing and what a shot. But in Yama's agility, palmed it over for a corner kick, and immediately after that corner kick, the referee blew. The referee, it was heart thumping. So the Super Eagles must take this game very, very seriously, because that is the core of the national. They are bringing their national team to the chance because they don't have international players that much anyway. So their league is strong, very tight, and the core of the players are also from their champions. So we must take this game very seriously. The team understand themselves. And look at the way they've been preparing. They've been playing all manner of national teams, you know, in friendlies. And so we're going to have a tough on our hands. If we win that game, then we should be looking at the next stage. So Libya is also tight because, again, the Libyan national team is what we are playing against. Most of the teams that are coming, they are bringing their core national team. We are bringing our home-based national team. So, I mean, we have it all to do. We have all the work to do because it is Nigeria. Everybody is going to come at us.
Okay.
Interesting.
We've seen the players. You've seen what the coach has already selected his best players. What are the things you think he should do differently? Because you keep talking about all other teams, Libya, Rwanda, having a national team coming in. We don't have our national team. We pick players from our league, everyone put together. We're hoping for cohesion, of course. That's the only way that can help there. Is there something he can really do differently?
Yes, what he did differently, which I think was also what Keshi did differently when we first went to Chan, was that the team was in camp even while people were doing the Christmas and New Year celebrations. They had to sacrifice that. And they were playing all manner of friendly games against teams, local teams. It could be Custom, it could be Prison FC, it could be Redeem FC. Those are test games to build team cohesion before he now selected his final team of 23. Now that he's there, it is now incumbent on him, to look at, number one, because I listened to, the review, or read the review of the last friendly they had against Cameroon. Over 10 players were changed. I don't think that should have been, because in friendlies, it is 6 players that you should change ordinarily. In real games, you can change up to 3. And so if you change up to 10 players in a friendly, you are giving the impression that you've never made up your mind about who should start.
First 11.
Yes, of your first 11. You should know of your first 11 and 6 others. 6 others, 3 and 3, who can come into the match in the course of the game. I think that is what he should do. He should quickly make up his mind now that this is my first 11. Okay. Do it and stick to it. And if they are now disappointing in the next game, he can change them. You recall that when we first went to Chan, during our first game, we had a lot of embarrassment with the goalkeeping area. Funny goals considered by Chigozie Agbim then. And the guy came out to apologize and shouts all over Nigeria. Replace Chigozie Agbim with Dan Akpeyi. Replace, there were all manner of shouts. But you see, Stephen Keshi had already made up his mind with his technical crew that I'm going to stick with this boy. Come rain, come shine. And he stuck with him. And the guy delivered. He came back and started performing well. And in our subsequent games, he produced some brilliant saves too. And then we came away with a bronze medal. If not for the hard tackling and too much of physicality that we had in the game against the Ghanaians. They nearly killed Uzeyi in that match. The guy passed out. They got the red card to boot, but during the penalty shootout, of course, in Yoruba land they call it tete. So they took it, and but we still managed to come away with it. That's why then President Goodluck Jonathan was so delighted with the team that a team could go down 3-0 and come back to win 4-3. And he said, look, I must host this team. And so that is the character that I expect of this team. Resilience, determination, and the psychology that we can do it all.
So your expectations, the least you expect of the side in Morocco?
The coach, Salisu, has sounded very, very positive, which is one of the key factors I want to see. He said, look, win or lose, I want to be held responsible. It means that he wants to win. So I expect that the team should go all the way. If they can't bring the cup, at least play in the final. We've never played in this final, and this is Nigeria. I think he's had enough time, enough support from the FA, our Football Federation, and I don't think they are having welfare issues, really. And like you did observe, it is the core of the backroom staff that take care of the real national team that is also that was also the case during our time. Yeah. During our time, the doctors, the media officer, everybody, the psychologists, the physiotherapists, they are all there. So they are getting the same treatment that the big boys are getting. So they have no reason not to deliver.
Right. Okay, they don't have a choice. Just go there and deliver and see if you can bring the trophy home. If you cannot, at least play in the final.